OGLEE in the house. Once again. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. It's time for the stock pick of the month. I'm not a stock advisor. I always say that. No stock advisor is telling you that you don't have to know anything about the stock market. That's what I'm telling you. No stock advisor is telling you that, so therefore I'm not a stock advisor. What I'm telling you is just use your common sense. Use your common sense, don't have fear, and you'll make a good amount of money. And you definitely will keep up with inflation for sure. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to a stock, and you know this stock. I mean, you've been disinfecting with it ever since you've been knee-high to a grasshopper. You know all about the disinfecting qualities of this stock. I don't have to explain to you what the company does, none of that. And they basically have one major product, and it's such a household name, it has value in itself. Clorox. I went to the store the other day, and I was going to buy some Clorox, and I did buy some Clorox. But I also, because they were short on Clorox, I bought some of the name brand. Not name brand, but store brand. And I'm going to tell you something. Clorox does not have to worry about anything. Clorox is going to be around for a long time. What I noticed about Clorox was, and I didn't think you could do anything else with the Clorox product, but the Clorox that I did buy, it was the no splash. So now the Clorox comes out of the bottle, it's a lot more viscous, it's thicker. So it doesn't splash as much, so it's splash proof Clorox, right? So they've expounded something on their product. Clorox is one of those, what you would call an American stalwart. And it's going to always maintain some sense of value, but it is going to be a cyclical stock. And so it goes in and out. Clorox pays $4.64 a year. Okay, so you divide that by 4 for each quarter, and it'll tell you what they pay each quarter. Clorox's price is down towards like that 52-week low period. It's time to start getting into Clorox. It's time to start getting into Clorox, because the main thing we want to get is what? The dividend yield. The lower the stock price goes, the higher the dividend yield, right? When we look at the Clorox company, we want to start getting in here now. The low was $159.32 for the year. And so if you get in and it goes a little lower, great. You got a better, if you buy more at that time, of course, you get a better dividend yield. And I would say that with your periodic investing, get in now, and as you periodically invest, as long as it stays down like this, especially, keep inching into Clorox. It's called the Clorox Company, and its symbol is CLX, and everybody knows about Clorox. When Clorox purifies things, Clorox can purify water. If you're in a situation where you don't know if that water is clean, if you put a little bit of Clorox in it, Clorox will make that water potable to the point where you could drink it and survive. We know Clorox to be something that we use as a disinfectant, usually around our house. Everybody uses Clorox if they need to whiten something in their laundry and what have you, right? So Clorox is not going away. Clorox is something that right now, if you were going to put some monies in something for your kid or your grandkid, Clorox, it would be, right now would be the time. Right now, if you were going to be buying something for your kids, your grandkids or whatever, now would be the time to start building you a position in Clorox. Now would be the time. Again, you don't have to be a financial advisor. You don't need a financial advisor. With the stocks that I've already pointed out, you already got you a good mutual fund. You all over the place. You got a good portfolio you built for yourself. You don't need no financial advisor. All you need is to exercise your common sense. You know what the Clorox product is. You know it's going to be around because you use it. Your mama uses it. But now's the time to get in. You're going to get you a decent dividend yield that's going to do what? Keep giving you money every quarter for the rest of eternity, as long as you hold a stock. And that stock can be passed on to your kids and their kids and blah, blah, blah. If Clorox goes under, America goes under. If you ask anybody, what is a good bleach to use? Everybody's going to say Clorox. Even though these stores got all of these different kind of knockoff, everyone is going to say Clorox. So that in itself gives us a ton of value. I always say, sometimes, and most of the times, just invest in what you use. If they come up with a good product that would replace Clorox, you would know it from going in the store, right? You would look at this other product and they would say, hey, this is comparable to Clorox, and you'll use it. And once you use it, if it turns out to be better than Clorox, then you'll start going into that, then you would know Clorox is getting ready to fall off something because this product is just as good. You just use your common sense, right? And you come out a winner every time. When I say that the stock is down by its 52-week low, that doesn't mean that it couldn't go even 50% lower, but it's a good parameter to go off of. Clorox is a good, solid company. This is Clorox we're talking about, and we all know Clorox as a good American company that's been around for the ages. When I check them, and I want to check the stability of the dividend, I go over to my dividendinvestor.com so I can look at this stock, and what I'm looking for, as I always say, is I'm trying to see how long have they paid a dividend. Because if I'm investing in a stock for the long term, I don't want to get in and out of it necessarily. So I want to know, what is the stability of the dividend? How long have they paid a dividend? I go over to somewhere where I can do some research, and I can look at the dividend payment history. This is very, very important in terms of your long-term growth. It used to be called the DRIP program. The acronym stood for Dividend Reinvestment Program, DRIP. Because literally that is the way that you make money over the long term. Every quarter when you get the dividend, you just let it keep dripping into your account. Before you know it, boy, those drips, those drips fill up. It's very important. Look at the dividend payment history. And this is literally what you want to see when you're going to put your good, hard-earned money into a company. You at least want them to reward you, and that's what Clorox has done and continues to do. So very important to pay attention to that. Then you can also go over to the detail in terms of wanting to know exactly how much money has been paid, right? They'll give you the breakdown if you just want to see it in numbers. And you can look at the numbers and look and see companies of this type of a quality in terms of their dividend payment. You want to see them give you a gradual increase. You don't want to see a dividend that's paid that the company can't keep. You want it to be maintained. What you want to see is just that. You don't want them to get too outrageous. You don't want to see your stocks doing this. You don't want to see your dividend payment, doing this. You want it to be steady like that. You don't want to see something go up astronomical, because the physics is going to be with it and drop it right back down the same way it went up. You want to see steady growth. You don't care if the company sometimes doesn't even necessarily give you an increase every year, but you want to make sure that they maintain it at least. But most good companies will give you a very, very, very small incremental increase every year just to show their good faith towards the investor. So Clorox is a stock pick of the month for October 2021. Today is October 14th. So now's the time to get in. You go to the supermarket, and your mama, your wife, your significant other, they say, honey, we need to get some stuff so that we can do laundry. The two things you're going to get is detergent, bleach. You might get some fabric softener, but you definitely got to get bleach for your white clothes. And the bleach that we all know by name is Clorox. So get in on Clorox today. Anyway, this is OGLEE, and I'll see you